Alright, so here we are for day 2 of one run of Slay the Spire every day until Slay the Spire 2. The rules are pretty simple. I have never gotten to Ascension 20 with any character on Slay the Spire, but I would really like to do so. So I have started a new save file, and I'll be playing one run per day every day until Slay the Spire 2 comes out and see how far I can get. It's unlikely that I'll get all the way to Ascension 20 with everybody, but I'd like to with at least one person. So far, we're 1-0 with our first win with the Ironclad, and today I'm going to be trying to climb with the Silent. So let's give it a shot. Today I'm recording offline instead of on stream due to time constraints, and I may have to stop here and there to do some things around the house. So if there's any weird cuts in the video, that's what that's all about, but I'll make sure all of the gameplay is here. So I think I'll go ahead and start with enemies in your X3 combats have 1 HP. It's always a good thing to start with, and then especially if you can snipe an elite with that. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if we go this direction and avoid a combat through the events, we could actually snipe an elite. Alright, my dogs are in the background and they have stuff strewn all over the floor. Alright, so strike, take care of them. Okay, Piercing Wail, all enemies lose 6 strength this turn. Exhaust, Piercing Wail is always good. Dagger Spray, deal 4 damage to all enemies twice. Or Poison Stab deals... I'm gonna go with Piercing Wail. It's not so hot early, but it's gonna come in clutch later. Alright, lab. You find yourself in a room filled with racks of test tubes, beakers, flasks, forceps, pinch clamps, stirring rods, tongs, goggles, funnels, pipettes, cylinders, condensers, and even a rare spiral tube of glass. Why do you know the name of all these tools? It doesn't matter. You take a look around. Alright, so we get some potions. Dex Potion, Liquid Memories, and Gambler's Brew. Alright, sticking to this path so we can try to snipe that elite. But we get an enemy, so it's not going to happen. Alright, Deadly Poison, Escape Plan, or Sucker Punch. Probably gonna go with Sucker Punch, get some damage going. Still gonna stick to this path though. Alright, Flying Knee, deal 8 damage, next turn gain an energy. Eviscerate, costs 1 less for each card discarded this turn, deal 7 damage 3 times. Or Dagger Throw, deal 9 damage, draw 1 card, this one card. We're gonna go with Dagger Throw. Alright, World of Goop. Fall into a puddle, it's made of slime goop. Frantically, you claw yourself out over several minutes as you feel the goop starting to burn. You can feel goop in your ears, goop in your nose, goop everywhere. Climbing out, you notice that some of your gold is missing. Looking back to the puddle, you can see your missing coins combined with gold from unfortunate adventurers mixed together in the puddle. So we can either lose 35 gold or gain 75 but lose 11 HP. Let's go ahead and take the gold. And into our first elites. Alright, it's Legabulin. I think we can deal with that. Especially since we've got Piercing Wail to deal with him when his attack is too high. Sorry, this is the first combat that I actually have to think. Probably just Sucker Punch, strike, right? Alright, so Legabulin pops to life, and he's threatening 18 damage at us. Let's neutralize. Let's defend. Let's do Survivor. Discard and defend. Strike. That's 13 block. Alright. Another 18 at our face. Not wonderful. Let's Dagger Throw for a card draw. go ahead and discard a strike because we're going to be defending here. Oops. Alright, defend. We're going to get whacked in the face, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, nothing we can do here. It's a rough start to day number 2. Alright, so neutralize, sucker punch. Now he's got enough stacks of weak to carry over a turn. Strike. Alright, so he makes us weak now. 13 damage. Okay, here's Piercing Wail. I suppose Survivor. We can get rid of the defend. Taking some heavy damage in our first elite combat here. Neutralize, sucker punch. Defend. Strike might have been the better play there. It's really hard to say. Alright, dagger throw to cycle some cards. It would be nice to pick up some synergy for this card cycle. Easily get rid of a defend here. He's gonna make us weak again. We should get through this, but it's not going to be pretty. Alright, 4 more to the face. At this point, I think it's just all damage. Ouch. Still can't get him this turn. Jesus. Alright, he's not attacking though. Brutal first elite encounter. I think I might have actually preferred to encounter Knob here. Alright, White Beast statue. Potions always appear in combat rewards. Not the best relic right off the bat. Blade Dance, Quick Slash, or Dagger Spray. Probably going to go Blade Dance here. I think Quick Slash might be a little bit better in this scenario. But I've made my decision. Alright, we definitely need to rest here because our health is in dire shape. Okay, this should be a little easier to handle than the elite, right? Defense is the only defense we have. I will throw... Well, I guess if we have card draw, we should do that first. Get rid of a strike. Alright. Blade Dance. Defend. Okay, that seems fine. All we can do, right? I'll get rid of that. Piercing Wail, strike. Alright, he can't touch us. Need to deal 13, that's 9, 13, perfect. A duplication potion is probably better for us than the Gambler's Brew. Alright, Quick Slash, Sucker Punch, or Choke. Choke deals 12 damage whenever you play a card this turn. The enemy loses 3 HP. Choke's not bad, but I'm going to go with Quick Slash. Tori, whenever you would receive 5 or less unblocked attack damage, reduce it to 1. That's actually extremely helpful. We're going to have to rest again. But at least we're now essentially back at full HP. We gotta go this direction to strengthen our deck. Alright, so Piercing Wail for sure. Brings them down to manageable. Survivor blocks everything. And now Blade Dance is most damage we can deal. That gets rid of the first guy. No, it didn't. What did I miscalculate there? Oh, that's just bad math. Alright, let's neutralize you. Quick Slash to get rid of you. Defend Strike. We're going to take a little bit of damage. But Tori reduces it, so see, that's great. Sucker Punch. What exactly does Tori do again? That reduces it all the way down to 1? Okay, so essentially I can just not worry about defending right now because he's going to deal 5 or less unblocked damage. It only goes down to 1. Very cool. Alright, so neutralize. Blade Dance. Don't have lethal, but 1 defend is enough to make Tori kick in. We only have 1 good relic, but we can make it work for us, right? Energy Potion is probably going to be more useful for us than a Dexterity Potion, so we'll get rid of that and replace it. Okay, Malaise, X. Enemies lose X strength, apply X weak, exhaust. Distraction, add a random skill in your hand, it costs 0. No. Sneaky Strike, deal 12 damage. If you've discarded a card this turn, gain 2 energy. We'll go with Sneaky Strike, get that discards energy going. Probably save the Piercing Wail for an opportunity when we have 2 attacking, right? Survivor takes care of him. We can just go ahead and discard that since we decided we're not using it. Neutralize. That he has a count of artifact, so that gets blocked. Guess we'll start with the guy in back. Sure, that seems fine. That's right, these guys load us up with days. Alright, so Quick Slash you. I'm not going to get the discard synergy to fire off a Sneaky Strike this turn, unfortunately. Let's defend to the play here. No, I think we gotta keep at least a little bit of pressure on. Because we're gonna block some of the first hit with Tori. We are gonna take a full hit of 9 here, which hurts. But if we can kill the guy and back next turn, then we only have 1 attacking each turn after this. think we can sucker punch him, weaken him, blade dance, throw the shivs at the guy and back, throw a defend up. Yeah. These early runs are never terribly exciting because they lock all the cool cards away for a bit. Okay, defend. That's enough to make Tori kick in. Now let's focus on the guy in the middle. Obviously discarded Dazed. Strike. Alright, I guess neutralize. Sneaky strike. Now we're only dealing with one. I think I left my water across the room. Alright, guess let's quick slash. Survivor, discarded Dazed, and strike. All we can do. Alright, let's dagger throw, discard the Dazed. Still can't get him this turn, but that's only going to be 1 damage, so it's absolutely fine. We're just going to milk that Tori for all it's worth. Okay, we're through him without too much damage. Alright, here's a good combo now. Whenever you would lose HP, lose 1 less. So now Tori actually reads as any time that you take 5 or less damage, don't take damage. I think I'm going to keep what we've got there. Acrobatics obviously combos well with our sneaky strike. Outmaneuver's not so hot. Slice not so hot. So acrobatics it is. We're starting to get towards the boss here. We're gonna go ahead and do acrobatics. Probably just get rid of regular defend here. Alright, now that's going to deal 0 damage to us, so we can just neutralize strike, correct? Yep, 0 damage. Very neat interaction there between the Tori and the tungsten rod. Guess let's start with a quick slash. And now dagger throw, draw. Did that backwards order. It's fine though. We'll discard the sneaky strike since we can't use it. Weak's not going to drop him down low enough to make our stuff kick in, is it? No. Probably Blade Dance is the play here. We're going to take 10. Pretty sure I misplayed something there. I didn't think about something hard enough. Got way too excited to fire off the sneaky strike and didn't realize I didn't have energy for it. And we get punished for it. But we get rid of him at least, and before he runs off with our gold. Prepare, draw a card, discard a card. Not bad. Dagger throw. We'll go with another dagger throw. I'll take the event. I'm fine with our deck. Alright, we can gain gold and become cursed? I don't think so. And we'll take another rest. As much as I'd love to be upgrading cards, we just really need the health here. And now we're fighting Hexaghost. Alright, don't remember how this boss works whatsoever. But it does look like we at least just get to attack him at the start here. Shivs. Strike. Sure, that's what we'll go with. Alright, so he wakes up and he's got 6x6 damage. Now it's 4x6, so it's gonna do nothing to us. Quick slash. Dagger throw. If only we had energy for that. Sneaky strike's really gonna do well once we have more energy. Probably if we get an energy relic from this fight. So we'll just discard a defend and then strike. Yeah, good luck, Hexaghost. That's 6 times 0. Alright, again, that's going to deal 0 damage, so we don't even need to block. We can just strike him twice. Five times 2 is really 0 times 2. Now we get to finally play our sneaky strike for free. Strike, strike. It's actually working out really well in our favor. Hexaghost is probably the perfect draw for this Relic combo that we have going on. Deck, not so hot. Relics, killing it. Shifts to the face, strike. Alright, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, we'll quick slash. Yeah. Strike, strike. He's inflaming. Alright, he gained 2 strength. I think we can deal with that. Let's... Yeah, let's acrobatics. And get rid of a defend. I think Sucker Punch him should deal with our defense issue. Now, Dagger Throw. And we can discard the burn so it doesn't burn us. Very cool interaction there. Here we are finally going to take some damage from him though. 12 damage versus 6 plus 6. That doesn't really matter. Oh, and the burns don't hurt us either because of the combo up there. Or it only deals 1 instead of 2 because the Tori doesn't kick out on a burn, but the Tungsten Rod does. Alright, 4 times 6 is nothing we have to worry about. We can neutralize him anyways, though. And strike, strike. Sure. Probably shouldn't have played that just because it's exhausted, but also we haven't really needed it, nor do I think we'll need it. So just having it out of our draw pool might be good. Let's Survivor to get rid of a burn. Then suppose Dagger Throw. Discard the other burn. Shivs to the face. We're getting somewhere now. Alright, 7 times 2, so we do need to deal with that. So defend, strike will be fine. We're going to take a little bit of damage from burns. I'll just do this so we can get him next turn for sure. Alright, there we go. Hexa goes down. 4-1 down. And we've got a choice between Wraith Form, gain 2 intangible at the end of your turn, lose 1 dexterity. Adrenaline, gain energy, draw 2 cards, exhaust. Or Glass Knife, deal 8 damage twice, decrease the damage of this card by 2 this combat. Wraith Form. Wraith Form is God tier card. Doesn't always work, but we can just ignore it if it's not perfect for us. Astrolabe is an interesting choice here. Sacred Bark, double the effectiveness of potions. I mean, we do have potions every single time. Interesting combo there. Or Wristblade, attacks that cost 0 deal 4 additional damage. We do have the Shivs. We do have the Neutralize. This is probably the wrong play, but we're going to go ahead and go with Wristblade. Alright, I had to go take care of a few things, but sitting back down for floor number 2 here. Let's plot out a path. So over here, looks like... Sorry, the controller's being a little goofy. Okay, we've got more elites on the left, it looks like. So we'll go ahead and start over here, I think. Yes. Alright, so... what do we got going on here? Neutralize, which deals more damage now. Let's Dagger Throw. Get rid of Strike. Sneaky Strike would, yeah, be the play here. And then probably Piercing Wail to get his damage down to a number that is actually 0. And I guess Quick Slash in case it draws our Shivs. Not that we have energy to play him anyways, so I'm glad we didn't. Okay, here's our Shivs though. 6 times 2, so we need to find a way to get some weak on him or else throw up a block. Probably just use Survivor to throw up some block. Get rid of a Defend. Blade Dance and Strike. Yeah, that blocks all of it. Wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping there. At this point, do we Wraith Form? Yeah, probably. So now we get 2 turns to just attack him, and if we can't kill him in that amount of time, well, that's silly. So, Dagger Throw, get rid of a Defend, Sucker Punch, Strike. Um, 3 shivs at 8 damage each gets there, right? Sure does. Alright, so that was a clean first fight. I'm gonna skip the Dex Potion. Finisher deals 6 damage for each attack played this turn. That could actually be really good for us. We have enough Quick Slashes. Blur, Game 5 block is not removed at the start of your next turn. No. Finisher it is. I'll take the event. Alright, Pleading Vagrant. While sneaking past a group of shrouded figures, one of them approaches you. Got anything for me, friend? Please, maybe some coin. I just need somewhere to stay. I have treasures I can trade. He seems delusional but harmless, so we can pay 85 gold for a relic. Oh, we've got all the gold in the world right now. And what did we get there? Lizard Tail. When you would die, heal to 50% of your max HP instead, works 1. Alright, so now we've really got no excuse not to win tonight. Alright, their attacks can't hurt us. I think probably acrobatics here. Because yeah, then we can get rid of that. Sure, neutralize. Sneaky strike for free. Gives us blade dance. Let's just throw all the shivs at you. And sure, let's just kill you. I guess that doesn't quite add up. But either way, great turn 1. Alright, so that's not actually going to hurt us at all, so it's just how do we deal the most damage. Probably start with Dagger Throw to get the card draw. We're not defending. And now we've killed one of them. 3 can't hurt us. 2 times 5 can't hurt us. Should probably try and start getting rid of some defense in this deck because we have hardly needed them. Sure, just get rid of it. Alright, 6, 6, and 7. Sure. Alright, still damage free on floor 2. Liquid Bronze versus Energy, Duplication, Liquid Memory. No. And we got to remember that we've got that duplication up there, probably for the finishing move card. Alright, Blade Dance Plus. It's an obvious pick. Alright, the Nest, a long line of hooded figures can be seen entering an unassuming cathedral. Naturally, you join the line and are quickly surrounded by cultists. They ignore you as they gleefully chant and wave their weapons around. Murder, 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 murder. You eye a donation box. Smash a grab to obtain 99 gold or obtain a ritual dagger and lose 6 HP. Deal 15 damage. If fatal, permanently increase this card's damage by 3 exhaust. I mean... Sure, we'll take it. Okay, here's Blade Dance Plus. There's the Ritual Dagger. 5 times 2 is really 0, so it's really a question of how do we deal the most damage here. Obviously 4 shivs is a good start. And we'll start with him. How much does the Ritual Dagger deal to start with? 15. So we can strike and actually get the Ritual Dagger to fire off. This guy does nothing to us. He's still not attacking. Yeah, probably acrobatics here. 3 defense. I mean, that makes a better draw for us next turn, I guess. Now Sucker Punch Strike. Alright, what is he doing? He's hexing us. Do I Wraith Form? No, probably not. Probably just Piercing Wail, Neutralize, Strike, Finisher. Let's probably start off with the Dagger Throw. We can get rid of the Daze. I want Blade Dance. We're anyway around the fact that he's going to damage us. I would prefer not to take 14. What's in our discard pile? Dagger Throw and Blade Dance. Alright, I think we can figure this out. Let's pull Blade Dance back. That's 12 damage, plus 9 doesn't get us there, so we do need to use one of these other potions first. I think I prefer to use the Energy Potion to the Duplication Potion. Now we can Blade Dance. Oh, I guess those hit them on their own somehow? Yeah, I'm not really sure what the interaction was there, but I'll take it. Now we have a fairy in a bottle in addition to our tail there. Backstab and 8 deal 11 damage exhaust. No. Footwork, gain 2 dexterity. No, we're not really playing block cards. Predator, 15 damage. Next turn, draw 2 additional cards. We're just gonna skip. Elite or upgrade? Upgrade and then elite, then upgrade again. Okay, so what are our better options here? Upgraded Wraith Form. That's probably a no-brainer, so I'm going to treat it as such. Alright, I don't think these guys will be too bad for us. Especially since we can just, like, Ritual Dagger one of these two guys out of the way right off the bat. We'll do him just because he's actually threatening damage. I'd like to have a Neutralize or something to bring the guy in back's damage down. I mean, Piercing Veil will work too. Works well enough, right? Alright, is he getting ready to summon a guy back again, or does he not do that just yet? I don't know, but I'm going to focus on him. I think that was probably correct. Yeah, he is bringing guys back in. He's the only one threatening to hurt us. Too early to play Wraith Form. don't think we need to use it. Just neutralize him. Keep throwing shivs at his face. As long as the little guys aren't threatening damage, I'm not terribly worried about them. Yeah, that's all 0 damage because Tori and Tungsten Rod is a pretty broken combo. Okay. Got some motion here. Dagger throw. I guess discard Wraith form because we can't play it anyways. Sneaky strike. Strike. Finisher, that would be 12. I mean, it's not great because we're so weak right now. But we're getting them down and they're still threatening absolutely no damage. I mean, he's buffing them each turn, so that's something to think about, but with acrobatics, I think probably no. Yeah, we're not going to be playing more than one defend for sure, so I'll get rid of that. Probably am going to go ahead and throw one defend out there. Should I just try and kill some of these guys real quick? We are going to take a big whack from the guy in back. Oops, I thought that was going to be lethal on him there. There's a big misplay. We're going to take half our health is a big hit here. Got a little too confident letting those minions hang around, and now we're in some actual trouble. Probably should have played the Wraith form, and I will play it if it comes back around. Get rid of that guy. Now we don't need to defend at all. Blade Dance. Getting somewhere with the big asshole at least. We've still got the fairy in a bottle in our pocket as well as the tail. This is like as close to a free run as you're gonna find with the Tori Tungsten combo, the Relic, and that potion. So I really better start thinking straight and pull this out. Okay, I'm gonna start with acrobatics, I think. Redraw into Wraith form without the energy to play it again. So yeah, here's Blade Dance again. Okay, now we should at least be able to get rid of the big guy next turn. I don't know if the little guy runs off when he dies or if we need to take care of them too. But still, they're not buffed. I mean, the one in the middle is crazy buffed, but... Alright, start with the shivs. Okay, cool, they do dip. Alright, learning the game again. It's been a long time since I played before I started this challenge up. Fossilized Helix also prevent the first time you lose HP each combat. We've just got like all of the HP like survival relics possible right now. Alright, dagger throw, we've got enough of those. No. No. This is a skip. Now we do need to heal though. I was hoping to get an upgrade there. And meat on the bone. Alright, this guy. Neutralize handles him for this turn. It's dagger throw in case we draw into sneaky strike, which we don't. Quick slash. There it is, but we don't got the energy for it. Wonderful, right? And strike. Alright, 6 times 3. So that makes it 0 for us. Oh, we can blade dance. Probably stupid to hold on to the ritual dagger in hopes of making it fatal. So running the math, that might just come back around, but no, we should probably just take the 18 damage so we can get ahead of this book of stabbing here. Yeah, 21. Wraith form. Alright, so dagger throw. Get rid of it, defend. Strike. Finisher. 1 times 4 is really 0 times 4. This deck on its own is so bad, but it's working. Yeah, let's blade dance. Acrobatics may as well. Alright, that should be the last turn that he's sticking around. Alright, perfect book of stabbing. Really hard to be mad at that. The boot, whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increasing 5. That's silly and unhelpful. Gambler's Brew, we'll skip. Outmaneuver, no, that's not a great card in my eyes. But we'll take more shivs. Rest or upgrade? Probably upgrade. We've got so many different ways to survive between meat on the bone and the fairy in a bottle and the tail. What's upgrading Sneaky Strike do? Just more damage. Finisher. I think probably our blade dances. More shivs. Go ahead and take this event here. Old Bagger. Reaches his hand out towards you. Asks for some coin. Sure, let's remove a defend from our deck. We're getting towards boss number 2 here. Don't remember how this guy works. Does he work kind of like Snecko Eye, where he's gonna mix up our costs? Again, probably just use the Ritual Dagger there instead of waiting for it to come back around. At this point, 18 damage for 1 energy is fine, even if it never gets upgraded again. 3 Sneaky Strike is cool. Especially combined with the free dagger throw. So Snecko really kind of helped us out there this turn. I think we can kill him so we can get rid of the defend. Throw the free Sneaky Strike out. We've really got 5 mana now. So we can play everything. Yeah, you're out of here, dude. Fear Potion as opposed to... We should probably get rid of the Fire Potion and replace it with the Fear Potion. Alright, Malaise. Enemy loses X strength, apply X weak, exhaust. I don't think it helps us. Backflip, gain 5 block, draw 2 cards. Maybe. Flying Knee, deal 11 damage, next turn gain energy. You know what? Sure. Alright, 5 times 2 is really 0. We can Acrobatics into Sneaky Strike. Let's get rid of the Strike. Now Sneaky Strike this guy. Blade Dance. Now the Ritual Dagger should be fatal on him, right? Yep, so we upgrade the Ritual Dagger. Being able to treat 5 damage with 0 is like pretty incredible. And probably just neutralize Wraith form at this point. Yeah, you're toast, bro. He can't touch us. Okay, now we get to push on into the next boss. Duplication Potion over Fear Potion, for sure. Calculate a Gamble. This deck might not be bad. And we probably have enough Blade Dances. I think Calculate a Gamble actually has a place in this deck. Here again, I think the move is to upgrade. Love to be upgrading. Acrobatics is probably a smart one to upgrade. Don't think Ritual Dagger makes much sense to upgrade. Neutralize. No, I think just all of our Blade Dances so we get 4 shivs out of all of them. And I don't remember anything about this dude. Turn 1 is probably a little early for Wraith form. Quick Slash for card draw. Yeah, we're just gonna be shivs and a strike. He's got 3 stacks of artifact. Alright, so let's neutralize you. Or I guess Piercing Whale is going to need to get played anyways. That artifact is going to screw that up is the problem. At least we're piercing through that artifact now. Dagger throw first, I suppose, for the card draw. Yeah, and we gotta do Survivor. Okay. Okay, no damage coming at us this turn. Ritual Dagger, same situation. I'm probably not going to save it. Yeah, we just got to deal damage here. I think I've learned that ignoring minions is a potential mistake, so we'll focus all of our efforts there. got the duplication potions to keep in our back pocket. Alright, 10 times 2. Alright, let's acrobatics. Still got that stack of artifact on him, but at least now it's gone. I guess maybe that would have been a smart place to use the duplication potion. It's flying knee him for the energy next turn. Anything that could help us in our deck still that costs 0? No. So Blade Dance first defend. I'm gonna prioritize damage over defense right now. Okay. Let's dagger throw for the card draw. Get all of our shivs out. We got a finisher here, which is huge. This would be a place for duplication potion. Awesome. $51, yeah. That's fatal, but we've got the artifacts and the potion to save us still. Quick slash. Sucker punch. Strike. Alright, so yeah, he's gonna pop either the artifact or the potion. I guess the potion pops first, so that's cool. Alright, so we'll do this just to discard to get the sneaky strike play for free. Flying knee gets us more energy next turn. Here's some shifts to throw at his face. I think we're gonna get through him with only having burned our potion. I don't have lethal, so I can just rage form here. As well as throw a little extra damage at his face. Alright. Boss number 2 down. Cunning Potion, add shivs to our hand. How funny. Last Knife, deal 8 damage twice. Decrease the damage of this card by 2 this combat. Alchemize, obtain a random potion, exhaust. Burst, this turn, your next skill is played twice. Blade Dance is the skill, right? And as far as our boss artifact, Tiny House, no. Empty Cage, remove 2 cards, or Slaver's Collar during boss and elite combats gain energy. I mean, it's not the best energy relic, but we'll take it. It'll do the trick. I'm gonna take one more quick break to handle a couple more things around my house. There'll be a quick cut in the video here, and then we'll do floor 3. See if we can't make this 2-0 to start off the challenge. Alright, sitting back down for Act 3. Alright, so we've got Donu and Deka, that's good. I was a little bit scared of a time eater on this one. It's like no elites in the first half. And sticking to the left half of the map gets us to an elite. pretty much no matter where we start. These two give us an option to, or don't give us an option, they do play into an event. We finally will have a shop coming up with our 480 gold to spend, which is excellent. Sorry, let me get a little closer to the mic here. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay. Let's quick slash. Okay, so now we can burst the blade dance. Oh, that makes us actually have to discard some shivs though. Alright, so that's an interaction to keep in mind. We do take damage from the spikers. It only gets reduced by the tungsten rod, not Tori, because that's not unblocked damage. So these guys do kind of suck for us. We'll just brute force them. Hold on, let's think about this. Yeah, I mean, maybe should have played Wraith form first. I don't know if the intangible affects the Thorns damage or not. 7 thorns, Jesus. Let's go ahead and Flying Knee. Looks like the intangible does affect the thorns damage, and then the tungsten rod kicks it down. Discard the dazed. Play that. Okay. Feeling alright. Ritual Dagger goes off. Blade Dance. All the shivs straight to the face. May as well take that smoke bomb in case something goes horribly wrong. We don't need another sneaky strike. We don't need it prepared. Maybe we need it prepared. Let me think about whether that's actual card advantage. You draw it, and then you draw the card that would have been it, and then you discard. But it gets this card cycle to get Sneaky Strike to go off for free. Alright, these life-linked assholes. Do I just Wraith form? Probably, since we're not really relying on block anyways, even if that dexterity does loop around and start to screw us. Now we can neutralize. I think quick slash first for the card draw. Now we can blade dance. Let's make sure we're mixing the damage up. These guys are all life linked, so if we don't kill them within a turn of each other, they regenerate. You have the most life now? Yes, sir. We still have intangible left. Well, we might be able to get Ritual Dagger to go off on these guys too. Skill is played twice. So first we need to dagger throw. Discard the strike, I suppose. Burst doesn't help us. Let's think about this here. Yeah, Ritual Dagger is not actually going to go off, is it? That's fine though. We can use it to keep the damage stacked pretty even here. May as well calculate a gamble. That does nothing for us. Okay, this is our last turn of intangible. But we can piercing whale. Blade dance. A little bit for each of you. All right, looking good, looking good. $11, huh? Can we just kill you though? Yes, let's start with dagger throw. Go ahead and prepared. Doesn't really help us. But we are gonna kill him, get rid of the damage. Now we've got a couple turns to kill his buddies, and I think we can do that. Yeah, I think we can do that. You don't even have to use the finisher. We can just do that with our blade dances. We have one smoke bomb. We don't need another. Prepared plus. Sure, just more card cycle, right? Just helps us get to the cards that we want. Got 500 gold heading into the shop next. All right, falling. As you head upwards, hopping from one floating shape to another, you slip, you begin to fall. Let's lose a strike. I actually don't mind that. All right. So relics first. Cauldron, upon pickup, brews 5 random potions. No. Vajra, start each combat with 1 strength. Maybe. Gambling chip, at the start of each combat, discard any number of cards and then draw that many cards. That's probably good. Don't think any of those help us. Yeah, let's do a gambling chip. A card removal service. And get rid of another defend. I think I like that. Yeah, I don't think any of these really help us. Okay, moving along. Thorns dudes. Get rid of you and you. And you. I think I'm gonna hold on to you guys. Cool. Let's neutralize you because it's free. Oh, let's prepare. Draw and discard 2. Oh, let's discard you and you. Oh, it's prepared. I'll get rid of the calculated gamble, I guess. Okay, so let's blade dance. We need to get rid of these thorn guys before they increase their thorns. Let's focus on that. Take a bit of damage there, but it is what it is. Then we can get ritual daggers, fire off on that guy. Probably should have used the finisher maybe, but Getting Ritual Dagger to fire off only helps us in future combats. Okay, let's start with a quick slash. I know I said I want to focus on the Thorns guy, but I'm actually going to ignore him for a second in case I find a way to play around the Thorns, like when Wraith form comes back up, mostly. So let's Sucker Punch you. Is there any reason to play either of those? Not in particular, is there? No, so we'll pass the turn. Shuffling more Dazed in. Great. Dagger throw. Get rid of a Dazed. Dagger throw. Again, I'm gonna wait for Wraith form to come around before I attack him because of that Thorns. Still no Wraith form, eh? Attacking him would be really stupid right now. If things go too far south, we've always got that smoke potion. Oh, that was stupid. See a free card on my brain, it's like, ooh, play it. We just can't get Wraith form, can we? I do still have it, right? Yeah. I gotta pass the turn. Piercing Veil, just so he doesn't damage us. And we still got absolutely no choice but to keep passing the turn until Wraith form comes up. I think it has to in the next turn or two. Okay, there's Wraith form. Doesn't really matter which cards we get rid of because we know we're playing Wraith form. Now we've got a couple of turns that his crazy Thorns won't damage us, I think. Unless I'm an idiot and Intangible doesn't work on Thorns, but I think we learned that it does. So Blade Dance. Yeah. Cool, I did that correctly. Thank God. Caltrop might actually not be bad in this deck, especially Caltrop's Plus, because we do take a lot of cheap attacks with our strategy of just letting Tori and Tungsten absorb the damage. But we've also got so much card cycle and ways to get extra mana that I'm not worried about it existing in our deck, even if it's not useful. So we'll try that. I will take the heal here. A, because we need it, and B, I don't think that there's anything particularly pressing to upgrade, right? So now the question is which path? Don't think it's really going to matter, plus we don't decide just yet. Mind Bloom. We should probably go ahead and fight an Act 1 boss to obtain a rare relic, right? Or should we upgrade everything and can no longer heal? It's tricky. That can be good and bad. Let's fight the boss from Act 1. I think we can handle this, dude. What should we choose to get rid of, if anything? Ritual Dagger, we don't need yet. Defense, we don't need yet. Let's try that. Why is it not, choose a card and discard? I'm trying. Oh, 2 cards to discard, that's right. So now what was the plan here? Sorry, I distracted myself. It was neutralize, it was sneaky strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, we can play everything, so may as well acrobatics here. Discard the Wraith form. We'll throw the Caltrops down. Now let's just Blade Dance. Was a turn 1 split. Alright, 16 damage to think about. I quick slash this guy. Discard a lot of those, but I think we might actually have the damage to just outright kill that dude. Use a strike so we can use the shiv on him. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Ooh. Damage, A. Probably just take a new hand. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so Sneaky Strike is free because we did discard. There's Blade Dance. And we get to finish with Ritual Dagger. Awesome. Tough Bandages. Whenever you discard a card during your turn, gain 3 block. Well, we're really cruising now. No need for 2 Wraith forms. No need for any of this. I guess heading this way gives us options. This way would be almost all upgrades belong to the boss. No, let's go over here to get some elites. The relics have been treating us well. Let's just get more relics, right? Alright, I don't need you. I don't need you. Or you. Or you, right? It's a lot of damage they're threatening at us. But if we think that it's not worth taking, we always have the option too of exiting the fight. But we've also already racked up 12 block there, just with our discards and bandage. It's kind of crazy, right? It's now prepared. Discarded, defend. Prepared. Let's discard Survivor and Acrobatics. Let's go ahead and Piercing Wail. Now we've got the block to handle everyone. Start throwing shivs in people's faces, right? These guys don't have lifelink or anything silly, so it's really just tap A and throw him at the face. You've got nothing, man. Alright, 20 to our face. Probably just Wraith form. And again, you guys got nothing. Let's calculate a gamble. That's not a wonderful hand. Now we can sneaky strike for free. Let's dagger throw. Get rid of the defend. Flying knee, and now just one jaw worm to deal with. He's a very strong jaw worm. Neutralize, prepared. Let's get rid of the strike and the dagger throw. Get a free sneaky strike. Acrobatics gets us some cards. Get rid of you and upgrade the ritual dagger. Probably fine with the potions we have. Although it's time to start thinking about replacing with, yeah, let's get rid of this smoke bomb and replace it with that, because we don't have too many normal battles left, right? Quick slash plus, no, probably not. Yeah. Peace pipe. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Sure. Oh, I skipped it on accident. Oh well. Let's just scoot straight over to the shop. Oops. Alright, Abacus, whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain 6 block. Or Whetstone, upon pickup, upgrade 2 attacks. Let's go ahead and do the Abacus. We do a fair amount of shuffling with all of our draw discard shenanigans. Alright, Tomb of Lord Redmask. A highly ornamented tomb can be seen on the other side of a floating path. Upon reaching the tomb, you notice a slot for gold coins with the scratched out inscription above it. Sure, we don't really have gold, man. What does the Red Mask do again? At the start of each combat, apply 1 week to all enemies. Cool. I'm gonna go this way. We still get the elite, and we avoid further combats. Sensory Stone, navigating through the beyond, you discover a glowing tesseract spinning and shifting gently in the air. You touch it. Let's just add 1 colorless card to our deck. Draw 3 damage. No, no. I mean, that seems helpful, correct? Is there a downside there? Shuffles your discard pile into your draw pile, draw a card, so it replaces itself. And yeah, there's 0 downsides to having that card. Now our last elite combat. I really don't remember how this guy works. Let's get rid of you, and you, and you. Let's start with prepared. Get rid of a defend. Let's do some acrobatics. Get rid of you. And now we get a free sneaky strike, correct? We've got room to do flying knee, blade dance, throw the shivs at his face, and then finisher for 36 damage. Okay, not bad. I guess dagger throw. Don't really think we need to do the Caltrox against him. Let's deep breath because why not? Neutralize. Burst the blade dance. Now just throw everything at his face. Let's try that. I probably should have played Wraith form, but I mean, we're blocking now with all that discard, so this seems fine too. Let's acrobatics. Let's get rid of the sucker punch. Now sneaky strike is free. Blade dance. Still got 4 energy. Wild. Quick slash. Blade dance. Dagger throw. Discard you. Ritual dagger doesn't fire off, or it does. Wow. Okay. How many fights in a row is that we finished with Ritual Dagger? Whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. Sure. And any of these help us? Dagger spray? No, no, no. Alright, what do we get here? Winding halls. As you slowly make your way up the twisting pathways, you constantly find yourself losing your way as the walls and ground seem to inexplicably shift before your eyes. Constant whispering voices in the back of your head aren't helping things either. Passing by a structure you are certain you have previously seen, you start to question if you are going insane or if the impossible geography of this place is starting to get to you. You need to change something, and soon. That's what the voices say anyways, and why would they lie? I think probably just lose our 4 max HP here. And rest or upgrade, hey. It's 7 HP. We gotta upgrade. What does burst do? We probably gotta do that. Alright, Dono and Deca, here we go. We made it to boss 3. Do we start off the 1 run a day until Slay the Spire 2 challenge with 1 win and 1 loss, or do we start it off 2-0? Let's get rid of you and you and you. Probably should throw caltrops out there, but let's do prepared first because that's a free decision to make. Let's get rid of the strikes. I don't think I'll be playing those. Now sneaky strike is first. Should we start on Donu or Deca? Start on Deca just because he's threatening us already. 4 mana to work with. Yeah, caltrops, burst, blade dance, which hits twice. Throw all those shivs at Deca's face. Blade dance again, which is also played twice. I think we actually block all that damage because that takes it down to Tungsten Rod and Tori territory. 13 times 2 is a little scary, right? But we can neutralize, prepared. Let's get rid of the strike. Let's deep breath. Prepared. Get rid of survivor. Dagger throw. Get rid of sucker punch, I think. We're gonna take some damage from Donu. Not a ton though. Alright, 13 times 2 again. It's prepared. Get rid of the daze and the defend. Guess just burst the piercing wail. Alright, so no damage that turn, but at least they're not dealing damage to us either. $16 times 2. This is probably the time to Wraith form. And let's calculate a gamble and see if we can't get something better. Spend that 1 energy on. No. Ugh. Anything up here to help us? Let's just do the Shiv potion. And the skill potion. It's free, right? Probably take that just to give us some energy next time. Hopefully we can take care of Donu, even though we've played whatchamacallit, Wraith form already. So let's Flying Knee. Let's Blade Dance. Let's see here, 36 gets through all of that. Now we just Shiv to the face. Got one more turn of Wraith form left. Let's definitely Acrobatics. Get rid of the defend. Dagger throw. Get rid of that. Blade Dance shifts to the face. Blade Dance, more shifts to the face. And we're gonna calculate a gamble and see if we can't get something better than strikes. That's better than strikes. And we get through our dazed. Alright, Donu. Now our Wraith form is gone, but check this out. I'm gonna play the defend just to make room in our hand. Then we get to burst the Blade Dance. Shivs. And a finisher. Alright, there we have it. Started out really, really rough, but by the end, that was actually fairly unstoppable. Alright, so 2-0. We unlock some cards. And I will see you all tomorrow.